Welcome back. In this class, we are going to discuss about common drain amplifier for the field effect transistor. So generally it is also called as source follower circuit, just like what we have discussed, the emitter follower in bipolar junction transistor. So just like the BJT, in BJT the common collector configuration is called the emitter follower. Why? Because the emitter current, the output current always follows the collector. That is the reason why we are calling it as emitter follower circuit. And whereas here it is called the source follower. Actually, in case of BJT, especially in common collector configuration, we have used the common emitter amplifier as the common collector amplifier, but the output is taken across the emitter. I'm just simply drawing the output part, that is between collector and emitter. Generally, the emitter is connected to the ground with a resistor RE, and the collector is connected to plus VCC through the resistance RC. And at the base side, we are having a voltage divider circuit. Forget about that. But in common emitter amplifier, the output is taken across the collector like this. This is an CE amplifier. But for the same circuit is used for common collector also, but the output is taken across the emitter. That is the only difference between common emitter amplifier and common collector. The only difference is taking the output. That is the reason why we are calling it as the emitter follower circuit. We have already discussed. Similarly, here also in common drain amplifier, we will use the common source amplifier. But for common source amplifier, the output is taken across the drain. But for common drain amplifier, the output is taken across the source. So take the circuit diagram. Circuit diagram for the amplifier is like this. Here I am drawing this for an N-channel FET. Right? So I'm using a N-channel FET. The gate terminal, right? And from source, this is, let us assume this is source and this is drain. So the source is connected to the ground terminal with a resistance RS, whereas the drain is directly connected to the VDD, the DC supply voltage VDD. And from the gate terminal, we are having a resistance RG. Right? So from this, the input is given with a capacitor. So I am not including the capacitor, I am directly writing V in. Right? And the output is taken across the source terminal, not across the drain terminal. If it is common source amplifier, the circuit diagram is like this, but for that the output is taken across the drain. But if it is common drain amplifier, the output should be taken across the source. Why? Because the drain should be the common terminal. So The output is taken across the source terminal with a capacitor, output capacitor or C2. So this is V out. Generally here we will have an input capacitor like this. Indicate that one also. C1. Right. So this is the circuit diagram for common drain amplifier. So now we have to analyze this circuit. We are going to calculate the input impedance, the output impedance, as well as the voltage gain. So now I am replacing this circuit with the small signal model of the field effect transistor. The small signal model of the field effect transistor contains at the input side, that is between gate and source, it is simply open circuited. Between drain and source, we will have a current source and a resistance RD. Right? So now I am drawing the circuit diagram. So this circuit diagram is small signal equivalent circuit. Right? So I am replacing the capacitor with open circuit, so I am removing it. So this is the input voltage VI, this is RG. Right? Between gate and source, it is simply open circuited. Actually, this is the gate terminal. And as per the circuit diagram, the drain terminal should be grounded. Actually, while we are doing the analysis, small signal equivalent, we will remove this VDD. While we are doing the DC analysis, we have previously discussed the DC biasing for field effect transistor. At that time, I have removed the AC signal source and I have short circuited the capacitor. But here I am replacing my transistor with a small signal model. That means I have to do the AC analysis. That means the capacitor should be short circuited. That is the reason why it is short circuited. Right? Previously, if I say open circuited, make that correction. So for AC analysis, the capacitor should be short circuited. And the DC supply should be grounded. That means here VDD should be grounded. Right. So the VDD should be grounded. So I am writing the equivalent circuit diagram. Between drain and source, what I am having is a current source with a magnitude GMVGS and a resistor with RD. So I am taking the drain terminal, this as. So from here, I should have a constant current source like this in parallel with a resistance RD. This is drain resistance, small RD. And here the current direction will be in the upward direction and this magnitude is GMVGS. Right? So this is, here this should be ground terminal. That should be grounded. And this is the source. Actually from source to the ground, I am having a resistance RS. So I am taking a resistor RS. It should be grounded. So now where the output is taken? The output is taken at this point, V0 or V out, whatever. So once again I am explaining. Generally between drain and source or source and drain, what we are having is, we are having a current source and a drain resistance. And the gate and source terminal should be always open circuited, right? So I have replaced, this is open circuited. This is RG, and from source to ground we are having a resistance RS. So now I will modify this circuit like this. Why? Because this is the ground terminal and this is also the ground terminal. I will join these two, right? So my equivalent circuit diagram will be like this. Actually, the gate to source voltage between this and this VGS. Are you getting my point, guys? The VGS is in between gate to source, and VDS is between drain to source, and the output is here. So here what I am doing is I am taking a small modification for this circuit. That modification will be like this. So look at, I'm replacing the above circuit like this. At the input side, I am not having any modifications. As usually, I am having RG, input VI, and this is the gate terminal. And here, this is grounded and this is grounded and this is also grounded. So I am taking so RD, I am grounded like this. This is RS, I am making ground like this. Here, this is also grounded. So I am grounding like this. This is the current source VGM VGS. And across RS, the output V0 is taken. So the current which is flowing here is ID. So now for this circuit, I am going to calculate the input impedance first. I am writing here, follow here. Input impedance. So input impedance, generally it is indicated with Zi. Zi is equal to, what is the input impedance here? I am having only RG. So generally the input impedance is taken here across the input terminal. So it is having only RG. So I can write the input impedance is simply RG. Now, output impedance. The output impedance is calculated when Vi is equal to 0. Output impedance we are indicating with Z0. The output impedance is calculated when we consider the input voltage Vi is equal to 0. So when you make Vi is equal to 0, there is no effect of this. And my circuit is having only these three components, right? And generally how we will define the output impedance? The output voltage by the output current. Generally we will define like this. So in order to calculate the output impedance, we don't have this. We will have this only this component. Why? Because the Vi is equal to 0 means there is no effect of this. And I have, as you observed or not, I have just reversed. That means this is the source terminal, this is the drain terminal. Why? Because the drain terminal is grounded here. That means this is the drain and this is source. So I can take my VGS as this is minus terminal plus terminal. So this is my VGS. Remember, you are not supposed to consider this. You are not supposed to consider this. So you are having only this part. I am not drawing it separately. Don't get confused. Right? So now here I am applying KCL. Why? Because this is entire thing is simply looking like a node. It is a node simply. So this current will be equal to the current flowing through this and this. Not some. In which directions they are flowing, according to that we have to follow. Right? So this is the output current I0. So I can write This is entering current and this is entering current. These two are leaving. So I can write applying KCL. Applying KCL at this output node. At output node. I naught plus, this is also entering, so GM VGS is equal to the current flowing through this and the current flowing through this. I am assuming the current flowing through this as IRD. Why? Because this is the resistance RD. And this current as IRS means the current which is flowing through the resistance RS. Right? So that is. So here, the voltage drop across this V0 means it is same across RS, it is same across RD. So I will write this equation as V0 by RD plus V0 by RS. Right. And similarly, GM VGS. GM VGS. Here, VGS is nothing but the drop across these two terminals, right? That means if you look at this part, V0 is parallel to RS means the voltage drop across RS is V0 is same as the drop across RD, which is V0 is same across the drop across this current source V0. But the polarities are different. Why? Because V0 will be like this generally. That means I can write these two as V0 is equal to minus VGS. So from this circuit diagram, are you getting my point, guys? You are not supposed to consider this part. Why? Because while we are calculating the output voltage V0, generally we will consider the input voltage Vi is equal to 0. If Vi is equal to 0, there is no effect of this Rg on this entire circuit. Means my circuit will have only this part. I don't have this remaining. Okay. So here what I am doing is VGS is nothing but the gate to source voltage. Right. Here gate is grounded. Why? Because there is no RG. Means I am considering this as gate. Why? Because this is already the source. So the VGS will be plus minus like this. So VGS is nothing but the drop across this current source or this RD or this RS. Why? Because these three are in parallel. Or the drop across these three terminals will be equal to V0. Why? Because these three are in again parallel. But if you observe the polarities of VGS and V0, they are opposite. So from the circuit diagram, what I can write is, from this is I0 plus GM VGS. From circuit diagram, V0 is equal to minus VGS. Right? So I'm modifying the above equation as I0 is equal to, take V0 common here, V0 common 1 by small rd plus 1 by rs. Take this to this side, minus gm. In place of VGS, substitute minus V0. So this is the equation. Right, I am continuing here. I0 is equal to, if you take V0 as common from the total equation, you will get Gm plus 1 by Rd plus 1 by Rs. Right, so now I am writing output impedance V0 by I0 is equal to Z0, which is equal to 1 divided by, take this to this side. I will modify this equation as 1 by Rd plus 1 by Rs plus 1 by Gm. So when three resistances R1, R2 are R3 are in parallel, the equivalent resistance will be like this. So I can write Z0 is equal to 1 divided by RD parallel with RS parallel with 1 by GM. So this is the output impedance. If you write the admittance, output admittance Y0 will be equal to RD parallel with RS parallel with 1 by GM. Right? Generally, RD will be greater than 10 RS. This is the equation. Or generally we will write RD is very much greater than RS. Whatever the condition you follow. That means when a smaller resistance is connected with a larger resistance. So what we can do? We can eliminate this one. So I can write Z0 is equal to, I can write Z0 is equal to 1 by RS parallel with 1 by GM. So this is the output impedance of the common drains. So here Z0 I can simply write, which is equal to RD parallel with RS parallel with 1 by GM. But we know RD is very much greater than that of RS. Generally it is greater than or equal to 10 times that of RS. Or we can write RD is greater than RS. So when a larger resistance is connected in parallel with smaller resistance, larger resistance effect will be neglected. So I can write Z0 is equal to, approximately equal to RS parallel with 1 by GM. So this is the output impedance for the source follower or common drain. And now we are going to find out the voltage gain. We are going to find out the voltage amplification factor or the voltage gain AV. Right, it is the ratio of output voltage by the input voltage. So from the circuit diagram, I can write V0 is equal to GM VGS into RD parallel with RS. I hope you got how this equation came. Why? Because here V0 is nothing but the drop across this. So here if I can replace this current source with an equivalent of voltage source, or I can write simply V0 is nothing but the drop across these two resistances. This is a dependent current source. So if I can replace this with a single resistance, that resistance value is RD parallel with RS. So the voltage V0 is nothing but the current flowing through this into this equivalent resistance value. Here now what I have done, I have replaced this entire RD parallel with RS with a single resistance. So a single resistance. So what is the drop across this single resistance? The current flowing through it. What is the current flowing through it? This is the one, or I0. Actually this current is the I0. So I can write GMVGS, the current into the equivalent resistance value. Right? So this is how we got. So now VI is equal to VGS minus V0. So I can replace that equation as VGS is equal to, make a small correction here. So now for this loop, if I write KVL, this is VI plus minus VGS and V naught. So you will get Vi will be equal to VGS minus V naught. VGS minus V naught. So from this I can write VGS is equal to, sorry, minus VGS. So from this I can write VGS is equal to Vi. If you take this side minus, if you take this side VGS, so minus Vi minus V naught. So this is also minus, so plus Vi. Vi minus V naught. So substitute in this equation, V naught is equal to Gm into Vi minus V naught into Rd parallel with Rs. Right? So now what I have done is I have simply written a KVL. Don't get confused here what I have written. The Vi will appear across this voltage, across this resistor. The Vi voltage drop will appear across this resistance. So for this loop, if you write the KVL, this is plus minus, the current is flowing in this direction, let us assume. Generally the current is flowing in this direction only. Here the Vi drop will be like this, plus minus, it is leaving the negative terminal, means minus Vi. So I have written minus Vi. And the drop VGS is like this, plus minus, that means what you have to write is, here I am writing minus Vi plus VGS. Why? Because the current is leaving the negative terminal. And what is the drop here? Plus minus. This will be plus and this will be minus, means plus V naught is equal to 0. Now I think you got the clarity. So if I take minus VGS and V naught to the right side, so my equation will become minus Vi is equal to minus VGS minus V naught. So I hope you got the clarity in this. So I have replaced it like this. So I am taking V naught to this side. I can write V naught plus Gm into V naught into Rd parallel with Rs is equal to Gm into Vi into Rd parallel with Rs. So now from this equation, take V naught as common and write the ratio of V naught by Vi. So here I am continuing. So from this is the continuation for this equation. I am writing here, right? So take V naught common and write V naught by Vi is equal to Gm into Rd parallel with Rs divided by 1 plus Gm into Rd parallel with Rs. So this is the voltage gain expression. Right? This is the voltage gain expression for common drain amplifier. So generally this voltage gain AV will be approximately equal to Rd parallel with Rs into, sorry, there is a small correction. Generally, why? Because generally Rd will be greater than or equal to 10 Rs, very high value. That means Rd parallel with Rs implies Rd parallel with Rs is approximately equal to Rs. Why? Because when a higher resistance value is connected in parallel with a smaller resistance value, generally the higher resistance value can be neglected. So now I can write the voltage gain AV is equal to approximately, I will replace Rd parallel with Rs with Rs. So Gm into Rs divided by 1 plus Gm Rs. So once again here I am writing the voltage gain AV is equal to Gm into Rs divided by 1 plus Gm into Rs. This is the voltage gain expression for the common drain amplifier. So now we have derived the input impedance which is equal to Rg, the output impedance which is equal to Rs parallel with 1 by Gm, and the voltage gain which is equal to Gm Rs by 1 plus Gm into Rs.